welcome to my healing room. My name is Bree, and today my guides gave me an idea that eventually I became down for, and that idea is this video. If you will notice, there is going to be some dry humor peppered in to this transmission and activation. Nod to Bashar. My guides keep showing me eights everywhere, in the clouds, in my third eye. I'm finding it in all the paintings that I painted, channeled, really, allowed to flow through me. I gotta get the pillows in, I don't know. So this video is harsh truths that my guides really want me to know. As soon as I felt that come in, I immediately went, I'm recording this for the public? Really, guys? Who do you think I am, guys? And they said, you're embodying your soul. So I'm gonna allow you to just settle and relax. Take some deep breaths perhaps into your body. Just try to send an elixir of relaxation to all of you. And now, the Council of Light, specifically calling upon my eighth dimensional Pleiadian priestess being. She is a light being. She's often wearing long, draping clothing. She's very light, but also very powerful. And I'm going to allow her to speak to me, through me. This isn't just for Bree. This is for you as well. Bree's just acclimating this frequency now. I wouldn't necessarily call this harsh truths. It's just truths that when Bree hears, she will give that nod that she gives when she acknowledges a mistake that she's made. Whatever it is in your environment that's triggering you isn't what your environment is about. It's about what you are about. We'll give the example of that this morning, Bree. Her son was very emotional. And she too was emotional, but she had reached the level in her mature emotional intelligence that she knew how to deal with them, and her son does not yet. So what was triggering to her about this moment wasn't her child being overly emotional. It was that she was still upgrading the aspect of herself that knew how to deal with the emotions, and that journey for her wasn't an easy one. She had put in many hours, many days, many years in this life into mastering these emotions. And she had just made peace with honoring all emotions. So when she had the response to judge in any way, even if minor, her son, she went into self-punishment because she knows judgment is wrong of self and of anyone. And so we deliver today that whenever you judge another, notice how you feel about your own judgment of that other. Because it's inviting you in to a moment perhaps in your past where you did not have your needs met. So instead of getting tripped up in the story, which is the CBT model, we go to the root. What is it you're feeling? What is it you need? What is it you feel you lack, you seek? Because whatever you perceive you lack is just a perception. This doesn't mean it'll be easy to face your fears or to be courageous or patient or even kind. But it does mean that as you connect with your multidimensional consciousness, you will have a beautiful family of light present with you to tackle these themes. This week, Bree's theme is change. And as she had ego death after ego death yesterday, crying, allowing, being still, being with herself through it. She reshaped her belief about change. Change is safe. Change is natural. It's happening whether we try for it or not. It's always happening. It's evolving. And it's not something to be feared. So we can learn to allow the change and the shifts. We can learn to allow our internal dialogue in our multidimensional consciousness. And we can allow for projections to be simply that. Now we're just offering our thanks to my Pleiadian self. Thank you. I love you so much. Oh. Ain't she special? might need to shake your body out. Might not. Everyone's different. I'm just gonna share some little nuggets, some little treasures here for you. Triggers are natural. They're gonna happen in life. We're not trying to avoid them. We're not running from them. We're reshaping our relationship with them. So as they arrive, we figure out what they're there to tell us. And it's important that you have some pattern interrupts. This is a shout out to Mandy Morris and the EME Integration Certification Program. Highly recommend if you're ready to blast through all those layers that are simply not you. That's all it really is. It's awareness, it's grace, it's love, it's tuning in and really coming into the heart space. I hope you felt the pink light. As we expand our multidimensional consciousness, what you may sense is that your higher selves are not separate from you, they are you. So it's an integration. Just as you witnessed, I went into that 8th dimensional state, and how I visualize this is I'm moving from where I am here in my body, in my light body, up my silver cord towards source, and along the way to source, there are all of these dimensional versions of me, different emanations of my soul, my oversoul. So in the Akashic Records, that is in the 7th dimension for me and how I connect. That doesn't mean it will be that way for you. Everyone's different. And the 8th dimensional aspect of my soul helps me to integrate sovereignty. I feel Mother Mary energy very present, Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. It's always a pink, a very soft pink light, sometimes clouds, sometimes it's an airiness, sometimes it's a earthiness, and sometimes it's a flame. Sometimes it's a little bit water, which is interesting. But I really see this energy, especially in this transmission, pouring from the higher heart, then connecting up into the causal and bringing us along that journey. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hydrate, very important. And if the physical needs any support, a salt bath would be beneficial. Getting in nature, very beneficial. I'm also seeing that time and a closed eye process will be beneficial. You don't have to call it meditation or anything in particular, just small moments where you're resting your eyes shut to close the visual sense connection to the 3D and go into the heart to reconnect back to 5D is what we're doing when we rest the eyes shut. So keep that in mind. It's been a process for me. I often get teased about having my eyes shut, but I don't let it bother me anymore because I realized the only thing about that bothered me was reflections upon times where I was in any way judged for my gifts. But I don't need to carry that burden any longer. And neither do you. I love you all so much. I hope you felt the rainbow codes here. Namaste.